Good morning, boys and girls. All right, so we're on the 3D shapes looking at this. That first slide is just for you to view. The second slide has a lot of information on the left-hand side. It wants you to read all of that about 3D shapes and know the information from here. And then you're gonna write 3 things that you learned from this area. So here we have the study of geometric figures must be active using visual images and concrete materials. We need to have an opportunity to build our knowledge on the vocabulary and of those plane figures and solid figures. So a plane figure is any closed 2-dimensional shape. A solid figure is a 3-dimensional shape that has length, width, and height. A face is any flat surface of a solid figure. An angle is formed by 2 rays with a common endpoint called the vertex. Angles are found wherever lines or line segments intersect. An edge is the line segment where 2 faces of a solid figure intersect. A vertex is the point at which 2 or more line segments or rays meet to form an angle. Cubes, we talked about those. Those are solid figures with 6 congruent square faces. All edges are the same. A cube has 8 vertices and 12 edges. Talked about that regular rectangular prism. It's a solid figure that has 6 faces. Rectangular prisms have 8 vertices and 12 edges. Sphere is a solid figure and all of its points are at the same distance from the center. A square pyramid is a solid figure with a square base, 4 faces that are triangles with a common vertex. And then there's that chart again that talks about those figures. So give me 3 things that you learned from that side there, or from the left side. Write down 3 things on the right. This is just taking those 2 plane shapes and the 3D shapes, and you're going to compare and contrast them. So this one is discussing the 3D. The one that we had before discussed those 2D shapes. Okay, so you're just going to take what you've learned from the 2D shapes and apply it over here to your 3D shapes to compare and contrast them. The next one is talking about more 3D shapes. I want you to read and know the characteristics. Talking about plane figures, solid figures, where the face is, what a vertex is, there's a ray, there's a ray. This is called an angle. Looking at an edge, another vertex here, and this is a cube. We have a rectangular prism here. We have a sphere here, a square pyramid on the third one, and there's that chart again. And again, it has some figures over here that you can look at. Make sure you're sliding back and forth to see whatever you can find on those slides. You're using what you know from the slides before to do the same thing here. You're going to talk about solid 3D shapes. So you're going to find the chart that talks about the solid 3D shapes. Solid 3D shapes. And you're going to apply what you know into this chart here, onto this slide here. The definition, give me some characteristics, give me some examples and non-examples. And again, you can go up here to insert, and you can insert an image, and you can search the web, or you can just go up here to the shape, and you can insert shapes that way. And you're going to do that for solid 3D shapes, for a cube, for a rectangular prism, a sphere, and a square pyramid. Any questions? Please let me know.